Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Report, the place where we break down the most crucial stories in crypto and finance. Establishing a Bitcoin strategic reserve in the United States involves navigating both executive authority and legislative processes. Here's an overview of the steps and considerations. Executive authority, Exchange Stabilization Fund, ESF. Per the BTC policy website, the U.S. Department of the Treasury manages the ESF, which has broad authority to purchase assets deemed necessary to stabilize the U.S. dollar. Some experts suggest that the Treasury could utilize the Exchange Stabilization Fund to acquire Bitcoin without immediate congressional approval. Legislative considerations, congressional approval for large expenditures. Per Crypto Slate, while the Exchange Stabilization Fund provides some flexibility, significant allocations, especially those exceeding $10 billion, would likely require congressional approval. David Bailey, a crypto industry commentator, notes that substantial investments into a Bitcoin reserve would necessitate legislative consent. Budgetary allocations, per Economic Times, establishing a substantial Bitcoin reserve would involve significant financial resources. Congress would need to approve the necessary budget, which could involve reallocating funds or issuing new debt. Some proponents suggest that the U.S. could sell portions of its gold reserves to fund Bitcoin purchases. Implementation steps. Executive orders. Per Reuters, President Trump could initiate the process by issuing executive orders directing the Treasury to explore the feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve. This would signal the administration's intent and set preliminary actions in motion. Legislative engagement. For substantial investments, the administration would need to work with Congress to secure approval for the necessary funds. This process would involve 1. Drafting legislation, proposing bills that outline the scope, purpose, and funding of the Bitcoin reserve. 2. Committee reviews, subjecting the proposals to scrutiny by relevant congressional committees, such as the House Financial Services Committee and the Senate Banking Committee. 3. Debates and amendments, engaging in discussions and potential modifications to address concerns and build bipartisan support. 4. Voting, securing majority approval in both the House of Representatives and the Senate. Regulatory framework. In parallel, the administration would need to develop a regulatory framework to manage the acquisition, custody, and utilization of Bitcoin within the federal financial system. This would involve collaboration with agencies such as the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC. Challenges and considerations. 1. Market impact. Government purchases of Bitcoin could significantly influence market prices, potentially leading to volatility. 2. Security concerns. Safeguarding digital assets presents unique challenges, necessitating robust cybersecurity measures. 3. Regulatory hurdles. The evolving nature of cryptocurrency regulations could pose legal and compliance challenges. Price predictions with a U.S. Bitcoin reserve. Analysts have speculated on Bitcoin's potential value if the U.S. adopts it as a reserve asset. Bitwise Asset Management per Finance. Magnates, Jeff Park, head of Alpha Strategies, suggests a less than 10% chance of Bitcoin reaching $1 million by 2025, contingent on the U.S. establishing a strategic reserve. General consensus per Forbes, some experts predict Bitcoin could exceed $200,000 by 2025, influenced by factors like institutional adoption and regulatory changes. Potential U.S. Bitcoin acquisition volume. While specific figures are speculative, discussions have emerged. Bitcoin Policy Institute. Per Reuters, a draft executive order proposes a $21 billion Bitcoin reserve. Market speculation. Analysts estimate potential government purchases ranging from $20 billion to $30 billion, depending on policy decisions. Timing of implementation. There is speculation about the timing of such an initiative. Day 1 executive order. Per Brave New Coin, reports suggest President-elect Donald Trump may issue an executive order to establish a Bitcoin reserve on his first day in office. Early administration actions. Per Reuters, the crypto industry anticipates significant moves within the initial days of Trump's presidency to support cryptocurrency adoption. In summary, while the executive branch can initiate steps toward establishing a Bitcoin strategic reserve, substantial implementation would require collaboration with Congress to secure necessary funding and legislative support. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into crypto and finance.